Shall we begin?
We're beginning.
Yeah.
We're already recording.
So we don't have Marcus and Shannon this week.
No, but we do have a new permanent member of the team. Say hello, Lexxy.
Hi.
At least she came back this time. I mean, I just keep her in the basement here, so...
Yeah.
Don't
Don't worry, the chains are consensual.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Where are we headed? Phandelver?
Phandelin.
Phandelin, okay.
Phandelin. So, Foxglove and Bond, since their players aren't here right now, when you guys leave the caves, they just say, thanks for everything, and both of them just head off.
Thanks for the fish.
Can we pickpocket them?
No.
No.
Was there, one, would you want to go near Bond like that? Two, do you think he'd have anything on him in that freaking bloody loincloth?
Who wouldn't want to go near Bond? He's a lovely follower of Kellenborg.
Number 2, I'm language barrier blissfully ignorant.
Oh, right, you're not
Remember
understanding a single
that?
fucking word I'm saying.
Yes.
Right.
You're making motions like you want to pickpocket him, and you're lecturing her, and she doesn't understand a word you're saying.
No, I'm just saying it out of character. My character wouldn't really want to pickpocket them. They have nothing of shiny.
So, the four of you, plus Zora, I assume she's tagging along.
Yeah.
We need to get to the library.
Yeah, gotta get to the librarian.
The five of you, I assume you go back to where the oxen and the cart. Mm-hmm. You make your way towards Phandelin. The rutted track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandelin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, and some built on old fieldstone foundations. More ruins, crumbling stones covered in ivy and briars, surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs towards a ruined manor house on a hillside on the east side of town. As you approach, you see children playing on the town green, and townsfolk tending to chores or running errands at shops. Many people look up as you approach, but they all return to their business as you go by. Sildar seems much more at ease. "My friends," he says, "let us secure lodgings. I'm told the local inn is very quaint."
Quaint is good, says Arvinder, clutching his warhammer after multiple goblin and bugbear attacks. Quaint is good.
Quaint is good, as long as they serve strong beer.
From what I understand, yes, they do.
That'll let me replenish my spells so I can protect my books.
In the center of town stands a large, newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room is filled with locals nursing mugs of ale and cider, all of them eyeing you with curiosity.
Of course, because they see a dwarf without a fucking beard.
Also, two
Elves.
half-drow, a weird, woodsy, gangly, scraggly kind of person, and a high-class apprentice.
I'm not gangly.
Scraggly.
I'm not scraggly.
You're woodsy. Woodsy, we'll call it.
Yes. I'm woodsy and buxomous.
Yes.
You make your way in. The proprietor is this young man, a human. Looks like he's about, early 20s. He's just looking at you guys, just...
At this point, I'm just
Cleaning
going
the-
to try and position myself into the middle of our entourage.
The paladin says, "Hello, innkeeper."
Hello. My name is Toblin Stonehill.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Phandelin, as you folks are new here, I imagine.
Yeah, and we're in need of drinks, so...
And, beds would be nice.
Yes. Let's see. I can set you up for... He just holds up a finger, "I'll be right back." Goes to check on the keys. Comes back with, 2 or 3 keys. I'll rent each room for 2 silvers a night.
Do not like... I'm saying this in Elven, by the way.
Why?
Do not like...
Why? I
Do
reply
not
no.
like...
You can sleep outside.
Do not like...
Do you want to go outside?
Too many people do not like...
Go outside then. We'll meet up with you later.
Zora just sighs as she listens in on this conversation.
I go outside.
Okay,
I
so
shall-
my
I shall
brother
be
and I
outside.
will share a room.
There are about 22 people in the inn and tavern.
My brother and I will share a room. You two can split yourselves up as
We're
you
too
like.
far into the tavern. I don't want
Zora
to leave.
decides to get her own room.
Yeah, Sildar will get his own room.
You don't have to worry about me. I'll sleep at the fucking bar. we can make it a technicality. I'll be with Sildar.
Toblin, as he gives you guys your drinks, your keys, and whatnot, he just goes back to working. Looks a little upset. Just...
I attempt to hastily urge whoever I'm currently clinging to. I'm going to roll to see who I'm
Okay.
currently clinging
1,
to.
2, 3, 4. Here, roll a d4.
One of my two.
Alright,
So I
I'm
guess first
currently...
one will be Dove, so...
Alright, I am currently clinging to Dove and trying to urge her towards let's leaving
You
into
go outside.
less populated area.
You go outside. You can go on your own.
There's too many people. I don't want to go past all those people.
What if I walked you outside and helped you set up camp and then came back? That works? And I'll check on you and
Sure.
feed and water you.
Too many people outside.
We can go into the woods.
You hear a wolf howl from the woods.
Oh, fuck. I'll leave the window open.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yoink!
if you're killed by the wolf, I'll at least hear it and know not to touch you in the
No,
morning.
I mean, she can sleep in the room with Dove and Arvinder, and Dove will leave the window open for fresh air.
I'm going to take my chances in the woods.
Okay. I'll walk you out there and come back.
Okay.
No, you never split the party.
Ah, we're
I
down.
also use Charm Animal on that wolf.
No. You have to find it first.
Yeah, you'll have to find it first.
Nonsense, it'll find me.
How hungry is the wolf?
Let's see.
The next day, we come marching into town singing Duran Duran.
Yes.
Let's see.
I think
It's...
I made that joke like 2 sessions ago too. There's a lot of wolves in this campaign.
Let's see. It's somewhere between ravenous and hungry.
Alright, well you have fun. I'm gonna go back to the inn.
Well, since I know
I'm just going to hang out at, like, upstairs.
Okay.
So that's what you're actually gonna do. Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed.
I just don't want to be close to too many people.
Yeah,
You'll run up.
Four is my maximum amount of people. After that, I start getting kind of edgy and anxiety attacky about others.
Arvinder will notice the innkeeper being kind of uneasy because Arvinder's a coward and he notices things like that.
I noticed
For,
it too.
survival of the fittest. And kind of like, is there any trouble around here?
I really don't want to get into it, but...
We're
Should I
adventurers.
leave?
We can handle it.
Alright. He leans in close, lowers his voice. There's this brew who calls themselves the Red Brands. They've been terrorizing the locals lately.
Isn't that the name of our group?
No.
We'll be the Firebrands. Or the Duran Brands.
They've been
Duran
terrorizing the town, and Harbin Wester, the town master's done absolutely nothing to try to stop it.
Alright.
Perhaps we should talk to this Harbinger,
Harbin Wester.
Mr. Wester.
Yeah,
But you didn't hear it from me.
No.
fine.
You also hear some people are just mumbling, talking casually.
I try to get a closer in on what they're talking about. Try and get a general sense of the mood in the room.
Roll a sixer.
A sixer?
Yep.
Okay. I was going to do perception, but what DM says goes.
Yep.
Floor die.
Hooray!
Re-roll that one.
Yes, please.
5.
5. Killeen Alderleaf's son, Carp, said that he found a secret tunnel in the woods, but the Red Brands almost caught him.
Well, I'll keep that little tidbit to myself until we're in our rooms, but,
Anything else you want to...
yeah, I'll take another listen.
I will roll.
Okay.
A miner by the name of Lanner says orc raiders have been seen on the east end of the Tribor Trail. Townsmaster's looking for someone to run them off.
We got a lot of work to do here, don't we?
Sounds like we should talk to the town master about everything.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah. See if it's all linked here, if it's all the same.
Well, since my sister is babysitting and she's concerned with her books, want to go talk to the town master?
Sure.
Just the two of you?
Want to come?
Zora would sigh and stash her books away in her room.
We can't really take the elf. I mean, the last time wasn't too great, so.
So, what are you going to do?
Talk to that town head person.
The town master's hall.
I'm going to wait in the hotel room and
Dove is
commune with my
babysitting
druid master.
Dove is communing with her god, you're communing with druids, it's all good.
You're communing with nature.
With his druidic master.
With my pine cone.
Yes.
The town master's hall has sturdy stone walls, a pitched wooden roof, and a bell tower at the back. Posted on a board next to the front door is a notice written in common. It reads, "Reward! Orcs near Wyvern Tor. Those of a mind to face the orc menace should inquire within." The notice bears the town seal and an indecipherable signature.
Of course, because signatures are always indecipherable.
You should see mine.
Yeah, honestly, mine's not so bad. But yeah, so I guess that's one thing we'll have to take care of.
Well, technically we don't have to unless you're one of the good types like we are.
Well, I'm chaotic neutral, but hey, there's a reward involved.
There's money.
There is. I'm lawful neutral. It has nothing to do with laws or anything, it just sounds like it might be a good thing to do.
So you head into the town master's hall?
Yeah.
The town master himself calls himself, well, it's Harbin Wester. He's a fat old man. You're ushered into his office, and he's barely contained in his seat behind his desk. You're interested in the reward, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I can. There's a band of orcs there. I can give you directions. I want proof that they're dead before you guys get your money, okay?
Yeah, we'll slice your ears off or something.
Well, I prefer their heads, but ears will work too.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
So, speaking of rewards,
Yeah?
some other group in town, maybe?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Some Rembrandts, was it, or something?
Red brands?
Red brands.
Red brands. Yeah, they are proving to be a bit of a problem.
Bit of a problem?
Yeah,
Stares at him.
I've got everything under control here.
She stares at him for a moment longer. That did not sound like control.
I'd like to make a diplomacy check so that we don't end up insulting him here. Because I want to be paid for the orcs. There's no diplomacy. Persuasion. So
Persuasion.
20 for persuasion.
Would it be sense motive?
Is that still a skill?
Sense motive is not. There's a perception that he could use though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be easier to hire us on? I mean, if we're gonna take care of the orcs, we could take care of all of your problems for you for the same cost as the orcs. You're cutting down on town costs. And how could you resist when we're all so devilishly handsome and beautiful in her case?
Did you just offer to take care of the orcs, the other stuff, essentially for free because you're taking care of the orcs?
He's lawful neutral. And he's a cleric, and his sister's a paladin. Yes, he absolutely just did that.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Well, I'm sensing something wrong with what he's saying, so I'm willing to go along with this just because I'm...
Yeah.
If there's something shady going on, I want to stick the middle finger to him, proverbially.
I was going to say, if I was playing a different character, I might do the job under the impression that we were doing it for free and then find a way to get ourselves paid after, since this guy seems like an asshole. But I'm not playing a different character, so as far as Arvinder is concerned, it's charity to try to convince him to give them more information.
The Red Brands, they're just a mercenary guild, and they're not that much trouble, really.
Then you'll be happy to let us take care of it.
It's your lives to waste. Go ahead.
We need a bit more information on them.
Well, the Red Brands, they've converted an old manor on the edge of town, Tresender Manor. They've converted it into their base, but they've also called rather run-down looking pub called the Sleeping Giant. They're known to frequent there as well. Either way, if you guys want to go and die, go ahead. Be my guests.
I thought there weren't that much trouble.
He just shrugs it off.
I mean, if there's a chance of us dying, aren't our lives... If we're going to take care of the orcs, wouldn't you want to pay to make sure that we can equip ourselves to take care of the orcs for you?
You just offered your services for free.
Yeah, you just kind of contradicted
Well, I
yourself.
did, because you just told me that they weren't too much problem. You know, if they're not that much of a problem, yeah, we can go, take care of some rats in the basement, but... He gets progressively less cowardly as he keeps talking himself into a corner.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
I would say she would probably need an intimidate roll at this point.
He's looking less and less impressed with you.
Excuse me, he just lied to me outright and I caught him in his lie.
Yeah, you did.
Jesus.
Yeah, plus 1 charisma roll here.
Roll it.
Okay, 12. I'll figure out what the hell I'm doing here.
I am so glad my pine cone doesn't give me this much sass.
Okay.
Listen. Like, you've already said earlier there was not much of a problem. But now you're saying have a chance of dying.
Everything's out to kill you.
Yes, but there seems to be a particular problem with this group. Especially concerning, from what I hear on the words on the streets. What exactly are they up to?
Well, they've been cattle rustling, beating up people in the middle of the night, breaking into houses. They've been paying off the guards, kidnapped people. Our militia's powerless against it.
And they're not much trouble.
Sounds like fairly typical of stuff of their amateurish thieves guild. They just seem to take it a bit too far. Never mind what my companion said about it. Along with the orcs, which we will take a reward for, but with this stuff with the red brands, we'll handle it.
Good. Please, make sure that you do.
We'll keep you posted.
Thank you.
Shall we prepare ourselves?
Size.
So are you offering for free?
So much longer.
Yeah, this is...
Okay, charity still.
Yeah.
I was only offering for charity if they weren't that much of a problem.
Well, I am now because I smell something fishy going on here.
Sounds good.
Zora's just sad that now it's going to be that much longer before she gets back to the library and gets those books in a safe location away from all these goddamn barbarians.
Where is your librarian?
So, what will you do?
Well, we should probably tackle the orcs first, get him on our good stuff. Well, we're outside of the building at this point.
Yes.
Probably tackle the orcs first, get this guy on our good side so we might spill a little more information about the red brands.
You notice that there are two dwarves who are by the oxen and the cart.
Is that bootlicker?
Actually, I don't think so.
Wait, you said dwarves, right?
Yes, two dwarves.
I don't know why, for some reason I pictured drow.
No, they're dwarves.
Dwarves. Oh.
And they are just looking through the... They're looking through the supplies in the cart.
Hang on a minute. there a problem with the cart?
One of the dwarves peeks his head out. No problem, just where's Gundren?
Oh.
Ah, Gundren. Yeah,
I'm Nundro's older brother.
Oh, good.
Oh.
The other dwarf peeks his head out. I'm Tharden, I'm the youngest.
Oh, good.
I love how you
Zora
people
just
totally
kind
forgot
of
about
head
him.
palms.
Sildar!
It's back at the
Meanwhile,
end.
Sildar is face first. He is face planted at the bar, unconscious from
Okay,
too much drink.
We head to the bar and slap him the fuck awake.
Zora just goes off to have some dinner while the barbarians get to work.
Silvar, I apologize for waking you up. I understand your pain because I've been through this many times myself. But we've got some splaining to do.
What's going on?
Gundren's brothers are here.
Oh, the other. Oh, just give me a second. He gets up, heads up to his room. You hear, you hear a lot of water being splashed.
And then he sneaks out the window.
No, he
runs
walks
away.
back down. He looks, a little damp, of course, but certainly looking better.
Yeah.
All right, Gundren.
Has been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Fucking goblins.
And we believe that they want the location of the lost mines of Phandelver. Nundro, who is just rubbing his beard, just absorbing all this in, he's like, come with us. And they lead the cart. They lead the oxen in the cart to a... What?
I'm just thinking to myself at the moment, do they realize he's a shaven dwarf or do they think like he's a hobbit or something?
They probably are just not deigning to bring it up.
They just don't care. This is a frontier town. Barthen's Provisions. It's the biggest trading post in Phandelin. What?
Where have we... Bartham's Provisions?
Barthen's Provisions.
I
That's
feel
what
like
we've
I've
been
heard
thinking.
that before.
Elmar Barthen, a lean and balding man of about 50 years old. There are, two young clerks who are unloading the wagons. He beckons for you to come inside. Nundro and Tharden, they just whisper into his ears, and then Barthen just looks straight at the lot of you. So, Gundren's been kidnapped, I understand.
Yeah. We managed to get Sildar out of the compound of frickin' goblins. But we weren't able to find Gundren.
I see. Sildar just clears his throat. About 500 years ago, there was clans of dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as the Phandelver's Pact, which they would share a rich mine in a wondrous cavern known as Wave Echo Cave. In addition to the mineral wealth, the mine contained great magical power. Human mages allied themselves with the dwarves and gnomes to channel and bind that energy into a great forge where magic items could be crafted. This was good, and the nearby town of Phandelin prospered as well. Then a disaster struck when orcs swept through the north and laid waste to everything in their path. Powerful force of orcs reinforced by evil mercenary wizards attacked Wave Echo Cave to seize its riches and magic treasures. The mages who fought alongside their dwarf and gnome allies tried to defend the Forge of Spells, and the ensuing battle destroyed much of the cavern. Very few survived the cave-ins and tremors, and the location of Wave Echo Cave was lost. I believe that Gundren, he stumbled upon the Wave Echo Cave. The Forge of Spells, if it still exists, would be destructive in the wrong hands.
All of a sudden, we got a much more pressing matter than orcs and mercenaries.
Though keep in mind, orcs and mercenaries are a bit of a problem right now.
I feel that we should probably get on the side of the town master.
Then potentially move on to and have enough strength to go to Waybucko Cave.
We don't know where Gundren is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where. All we know is that it's somewhere around Phandelin.
Mm.
We don't have any clues as to his whereabouts or where they took him because the bugbear spontaneously died, and
Gee, I wonder whose fault that was.
spontaneously died. So we might as well gain XP around here, gain experience around here, make ourselves well known to the locals, and they'll start to trust us more, and we might actually be able to find out some information.